The Tibetan book on the net or the after-net experiences on the Bardo plain English translation by L/Delta Markani was hammed up, compiled, and edited by W.Y. Evan Wentz. The book by some brought forth into the ether of orbit realm by DJ Nepon and radio.net. Forward: this book is the first English language translation of the famous Tibetan death text, the Great Liberation upon hearing in the intermediate state, also known as the Bardo Sonal, which means liberation by hearing on the after-death plane. Bardo, after-death plane, Sonal or Sotral, liberation by hearing. It was originally written in the Tibetan language, and is meant to be a guide for those who have died as they transition from their former life to a new destination. The work has been traditionally attributed to Padmasambhava, an Indian mystic, who was said to have introduced Buddhism to Tibet in the 8th century. Legend has it that while visiting Tibet, Padmasambhava found it necessary to conceal Sanskrit works he had arranged to be written. The Tibetans of that time were not ready for the spiritual teachings contained therein, so he hid his texts in strange and remote locations, leaving them to be discovered at a later time when their spiritual message could be received by those with an open mind. The most famous of those that discovered and revealed Padmasambhava's writings was Karmalingpa, who was born around 1350 CE. According to his biography, Karmalingpa found several hidden texts on top of a mountain in Tibet when he was 15 years old. Within those texts, he found a collection of teachings entitled The Self-Emergence of the Peaceful and Wrathful Deities from Enlightened Awareness. These teachings contained the texts of the now famous Great Liberation upon hearing in the Bardo. The Tibetan Book of the Dead was first published in 1927 by Oxford University Press, London. Dr. Walter Y. Evan Wentz coined the title because of parallels he found with the writing of the Egyptian Book of the Dead. The paperback and hardcover edition of the book contain extensive notes by Evan Wentz about the conclusions he drew from the translation, which, some say, were greatly influenced by his involvement with Theosophy and Neo-Vedantic Hindu views. A later edition of the book includes commentary by the renowned psychoanalyst, Dr. Carl Jung, whose insightful essay illustrates that this Tibetan text goes beyond a study of Tibetan culture and reaches into a psychology that has great relevance to the Western world. This e-book, made courtesy of Summum, represents the edited English translation taken from the first edition. Based upon our copyright status research, this edition appears to be in the United States public domain. If you believe this to be incorrect, please contact us with information as to why, so that we may review your information and remove this ebook if necessary. 1. This ebook was downloaded from http://www.hollybooks.com/the Tibetan Book on the Net 2/. Visit http://www.hollybooks.com for more similar books. Book I. The Kikai Bardo, and the Cho Yid Bardo. Herein lieth the setting face to face to the reality in the intermediate state. The great deliverance by hearing while on the after-death plane. From the profound doctrine of the emancipating of the consciousness by meditation upon the peaceful and wrathful deities. The obeisances to the divine body of truth, the incomprehensible, boundless light, to the divine body of perfect endowment, who are the lotus, and the peaceful, and the wrathful deities, to the lotus-born incarnation, Padmasambhava, who is the protector of all sentient beings, to the gurus, the three bodies, obeisance. The introduction. This great doctrine of liberation by hearing, which conferreth spiritual freedom on devotees of ordinary wit while in the intermediate state, hath three divisions: the preliminaries, the subject matter, and the conclusion. At first, the preliminaries. The guide theories for emancipating beings should be mastered by practice. The transference of the consciousness principle by the guide, the highest intellect sought most certainly to be liberated, but should they not be liberated, then while in the intermediate state on the moment of death they should practice the transference, which giveth automatic liberation by one's merely remembering it. Devotees of ordinary wit ought most certainly to be freed thereby, but should they not be freed, then, while in the intermediate state, during the experiencing of reality, they should persevere in the listening to this great doctrine of liberation by hearing. Accordingly, the devotee should at first examine the symptoms of death as they gradually appear in his dying body, following self-liberation by observing the characteristics of the symptom of death. Then, when all the symptoms of death are complete, he should apply the transference, which conferreth liberation by merely remembering the process. 2. The reading of this null If the transference has been effectually employed, there is no need to read this no, null. But if the transference has not been effectually employed, then this no, null is to be read correctly and distinctly near the dead body. If there be no corpse, then the bed, or the seat to which the deceased had been accustomed should be occupied by the reader, who ought to expound the power on the truth. Then, summoning the spirit on the deceased, imagine it to be present there listening, and read. During this time no relative or fond mate should be allowed to weep or to wail, as such is not good for the deceased, so restrain them. If the body be present, just when the expiration has ceased, either a L /delta mar, who hath been an guru to the deceased, or a brother in the faith whom the deceased trusted, or a friend for whom the deceased had great affection, putting the lips close to the ear on the body without actually touching it, should read this great no, null. The practical application of this no, null by the efficient, now for the explaining of the no, null itself. If thou canst gather together a grand offering, offer it in worship on the Trinity. If such cannot be done, then arrange whatever can be gathered together an object on which thou canst concentrate thy thoughts, and mentally create an illimitable an offering as possible, and worship. Then the path of good wishes invoking the aid of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas should be recited 7 times, or thrice. After that, the path of good wishes giving protection from fear in the bardo, and the path of good wishes for safe delivery from the dangerous pitfall of the bardo, it together with the root words of the bardo, are to be read distinctly, and with the proper intonation. Then this great no, null is to be read either 7 times, or thrice, according to the occasion. First cometh the setting face to face to the symptom of death, as they occur during the moments of death. Second, the application of the great vivid reminder, the setting face to face to reality while in the intermediate state. And third, the method of closing the dawn of the womb while in the intermediate state when seeking rebirth. 3. The Chikhai Bardo, and the Cho Yid Bardo /Gamma the obeisances /Gamma the introduction, the transference of the consciousness principle, the reading of this no, null. The practical application of this no, null by the efficient part I *. The bardo of the moment of death /Gamma instruction on the symptom of death, or the first stage of the Chikhai bardo. The primary clear light seen at the moment on net/gamma instructions concerning the second stage on the Chikhai-Mano. The secondary clear light seen immediately after net. Part Roman 2 the Mano on the experiencing on reality /gamma introductory instructions concerning the experiencing on reality during the third stage of the Mano, called the Mano. When the karmic apparitions appear /gamma the dawning on the peaceful deities. From the first to the seventh day, the first day, the second day, the third day, the fourth day, the fifth day, the sixth day, the seventh day, /gamma the dawning on the wrathful deities. From the 8th to the 14th day introduction, the 8th day, the 9th day, the 10th day, the 11th day, the 12th day, the 13th day, the 14th day, /gamma the conclusion, showing the fundamental importance on the Mano teaching book Roman 2 The Tibetan /gamma the obeisances /gamma introductory verses part I the after-death world. 4 /gamma the Mano body, its birth and its supernormal faculties /gamma characteristics of existence in the intermediate state /gamma the judgment /gamma the all-determining influence of thought /gamma the dawning on the light on the sixth locan part Roman 2 The process of rebirth /gamma the closing on the door on the womb, method of preventing entry into a womb, the first method of closing the womb door. The second method of closing the womb door, the third method of closing the womb door, the fourth method of closing the womb door, the fifth method of closing the womb door /gamma the choosing on the womb door, the premonitory vision on the place of rebirth, the protection against the tormenting furies /gamma the alternative choosing. Supernormal birth, or womb birth, supernormal birth by transference to a paradise realm, womb birth. The return to the human world /gamma the general conclusion the appendix the invocation on the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas Roman 2, the path of good wishes for saving from the dangerous narrow passageway on the Mano, Roman 3, the root verses on the 6 Manos, Roman 4. The path of good wishes, which protect us from fear in the Mano, the colophon. 5. Part I, the Mano on the moment of death. Instruction on the symptom of death, or the first stage on the Chikhai-Mano. The primary clear light seen at the moment of death, the first, the setting face to face with the clear light, during the intermediate state on the moment of death, is here. Some there may be, who have listened much to religious instruction, yet not recognized, and some who, though recognizing, are, nevertheless, weak in familiarity. But all classes of individuals who have received the practical teachings called God's will, if this be applied to them, be set face to face with the fundamental clear light, and, without any intermediate state, they will obtain the unborn Dharmakaya. /delta by the great perpendicular path. The manner of application is, it is best if the Guru from whom the deceased received guiding instructions can be had, but if the Guru cannot be obtained, then a brother on the faith, or if the latter is also unobtainable, then a learned man on the same faith, or, should all these be unobtainable, then a person who can read correctly and distinctly ought to read this many times over. Thereby, the deceased will be put in mind of what he had previously heard on the setting face to face, and will at once come to recognize that fundamental light, and undoubtedly obtain liberation. As regards the time for the application of these instructions, when the expiration bath ceased, the vital force will have sunk into the nerve center of wisdom, and the knower will be experiencing the clear light of the natural condition. Then, the vital force, being thrown backwards and flying downwards through the right and left nerves, the intermediate state momentarily dawns. The above direction should be applied before the vital force has rushed into the left nerve, after first having traversed the navel nerve center. The time ordinarily necessary for this motion of the vital force is as long as the inspiration is still present, or about the time required for eating a meal. Then the manner of the application of the instruction is, when the breathing is about to cease, it is best if the transference has been applied efficiently. If the application has been inefficient, then address the deceased thus: so nobly born, so and so by name, the time has now come for thee to seek the path in reality. My breathing is about to cease. My Guru has set me face to face before with the clear light, and now 6. Thou art about to experience it in its reality in the Bardo state, wherein all things are like the void and cloudless sky, and the naked, spotless intellect is like unto a transparent vacuum without circumference or center. At this moment, know thou thyself, and abide in that state. I, too, at this time, am setting thee face to face. Having read this, repeat it many times in the ear of the person dying, even before the expiration has ceased, so as to impress it on the mind of the dying one. If the expiration is about to cease, turn the dying one over on the right side, which posture is called the lying posture of a lion. The throbbing of the arteries on the right and left side of the throat is to be pressed. If the person dying be disposed to sleep, or if the sleeping